Here comes Sean.
Rhea! Oh, we all do. We all love mommy. Let's go see what we got going on here.
Bro, it's been busy. So we went to Piketon last week for tournaments, baseball tournaments.
Yeah.
We lost. Leroy did pretty good, though.
Did he?
Yeah, he played catcher, second base, and pitched. All over the place. So this weekend, we go to Junction City.
Conjunction Junction.
It's like 2 hours away.
2 hours away?
Mm-hmm.
That's a long way.
Probably just going to sit there. But if we lose both games Saturday, we come home, we're done for the weekend. But if we win one, we'll play again Sunday. So I just plan on winning them both, really.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's always the goal.
But I think I'll just stay up there. I think I'll just stay up there Saturday. I'd like to find me a nice suite up there with a hot tub.
I like that.
Get drunk and lay in the jacuzzi all day.
I like that. I like to lay in a jacuzzi sometime. Yo, where the fuck's everybody at in this place? Where's everyone at tonight?
3 on there, popped in real quick.
3. Rhea.
Oh, Reese Pieces.
I
Is
like
that
Reese.
considered a candy bar?
Yes. See, I consider that a candy
You're
bar.
crazier now.
I absolutely consider that a candy bar. What up, Dennis Church? What up, Justin Roman? What up, Kingsley? Biggest prospect since LeBron? Vic Wemby? Yeah. I mean,
Wemby.
Victor Wembanyama?
Probably Brawny.
Oh, no. Fucking shut the fuck up. I ain't getting started on that.
Probably.
We're just hanging out for a couple minutes here, boys.
We'll see when he
till we,
dominates at USC and puts up like 40.
till we get fucking started. Unit? Oh, no. Our mics ain't working. Barker messaged me, said our mics ain't working. Are you guys hearing me or not?
Wemby.
Click the mic on mic icon. Where's the mic icon? You see the mic icon?
I'm looking.
I'm guessing it might be down here. Click the mic on. They say they can hear
Right
me.
there. Yeah, it's right there. See? They can hear us. See that icon right there? Moving. Oh, they can hear us. Look, see the mic icon moving right there when we talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on.
Barker said it ain't working for
He's
him.
got it down. He's watching porn. Didn't want the old lady to hear it. Got that volume down.
Victor is not going to be
Not even close.
coming through the camera mic. Okay, hold on. Where's that mic at?
Oh, mic right there, maybe.
Which one?
Everyone right there.
This? Huh. Change to Vocaster. I don't even fucking see
What's that sound thing up there? Above live, up.
Where?
Right, down, right now, to the right. Yep.
No, that's the sound. I don't even fucking see it.
Said they can hear us.
Yeah, but
Said I can hear you fine.
he said it's coming through the camera mic instead of our mics.
I don't know.
What up,
I think it's all
boys?
right. If they can hear me and they like it, it's fine.
Click the mic icon. I don't even fucking see
Reese
that.
Pieces. Is this a candy bar?
Yes.
Answer the question to this guy. Do you consider Reese Pieces a candy bar? Or is it just candy?
It is plugged in.
Plug it in, plug it in.
I still don't know where the hell he's telling me at. Okay, he said we're good. He said we're good. Reese's Pieces is a damn candy bar.
I agree,
It's
Dennis Church.
So you're saying M&M's isn't a candy bar?
No, it's not a candy
You're
bar.
fucking
It's
wrong.
candy. But it's not a candy bar.
then we're probably going to have fucking a fight here in a little bit. And then when we get to our draft, because some of the things you're going to fucking. So when we get to our chip aisle here in
You
a
better
little
not
bit,
pick fucking crackers and like chips.
well, so you're saying that Doritos isn't a chip?
Doritos is a chip.
No, because
It's a tortilla chip.
Oh, fuck.
It says chip in the name.
So, Fritos is not a chip. Funyuns is not a chip.
Funyuns is a chip.
No, we're just going to stop this shit now. We'll save this for later. If Funyun is a fucking chip, then fucking Reese's Pieces is a candy bar.
How the fuck's that even different? Crazy. The guy fell and bumped his head. Reese's Cups are candy bars. Reese's Pieces aren't a candy bar. See? Chris Tripp knows.
Yeah, well, Chris Tripp don't know jack shit. Chris Tripp don't know jack shit.
Those are all chips. See, Hunter Brown, you
don't know jack shit.
he's already hostile, guys.
I am. No, I'm not. I'm in a good mood.
You should be excited.
I'm in a good mood.
You
I'm
don't
ready.
fucking seem like
I'm
it.
ready to get this show on the road.
You're hostile.
I got so much to talk about. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are ready. I'm ready. I'm jacked. We're going to redster bait for a good 20 minutes. You just sit back and eat your fucking Reese's.
I am, trust me.
You just sit back and eat your fucking Reese's and let old dad go with it.
Let all you
Already.
baseball lovers talk about them Reds today.
Fucking not just today, baby. Do you know we have not done a show since Ellie De La Cruz has been called up?
You've been beating the drum on him for a couple months.
Been fucking beating the fucking drum. Beating the drum. Every time I get me a drink, somebody messages me. I gotta make sure it's good. YouTube had our sound fucked up. It wasn't the mics. See, that's what we got executive producer Jeremy Barker.
Damn YouTube.
Damn YouTube.
Damn YouTube.
Reds are hot. But I'm not going to talk anymore about it because I'm waiting for the show. I'm waiting on the recording to actually start. We're just going to give it a couple more minutes. We said 7. I'll probably start a few minutes early.
Get the show on the roll, huh?
We'll start 6:55. That's 3 minutes.
That's 3 minutes.
That's 3 minutes.
So how was vacation?
Beach was great. It was great. Like I was never really a beach guy. Obviously, I don't like water, but I don't know. It's relaxing. But I want to go back because we was literally at the concert for 10 and a half hours a day.
Yeah.
We only had like one day to ourselves just to fucking chill. What up, Derek? Still mad at you for not doing Skyfly, even though it's the #1 attraction on Den Carter's Tennessee list. No, I hate water, man. I can't swim. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. We're having some technical difficulties, boys and girls. Let me show you this. We're having a little bit of difficulties here, boys. Jeremy Barker, about ready to get a message. Hold on here, kids. Well, we're not starting the show yet anyway, so we're good.
It'll probably not just be saved on there. But I think it's still going to do it live.
I don't know.
Through everything.
I don't know, but I'm going to wait.
It probably just won't be recorded and saved onto the drive.
Leave me alone, Raj. I'm busy.
Yeah, Raj.
What up, Mike Robinson?
Fuck Raj. Raj is hostile. Oh, Raj.
Raj is hostile. I had a buzz. Trust me. Trust me, Derek. I've seen your pictures you posted. You went way over budget. You went way over budget, my friend. Okay, we good. All right, we're good. He said we're good. All right. It's 6:55. You ready?
Right.
Mike Robinson finally catching one. About time. Derek, our buddy Derek, he just went to Tennessee. He said he went over budget. Let me tell you, I seen his pictures, and he went to like 3 or 4 dinner shows, and went to the Comedy Barn, and did all kinds of shit. So yeah, he went over budget. Still pissed.
Maybe he
though.
had a high budget.
I'm still pissed though. I'm still pissed though that he didn't listen to me and go to the fucking Skyfly. All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you guys ready?
I'm waiting on you just rambling over.
Hold on, Bubby. I got set up.
Hold on, Bubby.
Silence. Let's go. Yo! I'm Den Carter,
Jeffrey Denny.
and this is the Real and Raw Sports Podcast. And listen, you, my friend, are not a baseball fan.
Well, I mean,
You're not a baseball
I enjoy
fan.
the game.
You're not a baseball fan.
I enjoy the game. I coach it.
You coach your kid. That is not a baseball fan. That is, I'm a dad. I like my kid, so let me coach his fucking
I don't
baseball
know
team.
about liking my kid.
So you sit back and eat your fucking Reese's Pieces and let old dad talk for a minute about the Cincinnati Reds.
It's actually Sweet Tarts.
You was eating Reese's Pieces.
It was.
The Cincinnati Reds. Fly those colors. 11 wins in a row. I'm jacked.
Should be.
We have
It's a
not
good time right
done.
now.
We have not done a show since Ellie De La Cruz has been called up to the major league. I actually posted on TikTok and Facebook on June the 6th. That was when Ellie got called up. I posted a little TikTok, and I said that Ellie Mania was beginning today. And the Reds are 13-2 since Ellie De La Cruz has been called up. 13-2.
Huh.
And they've won 11 straight. Won 2 out of 3 from the Cardinals. Swept the Royals. Swept the defending world champion Astros. Swept the Rockies. And now we're getting ready to head in. Well, they're coming to us. But the Braves, second best team in baseball, Atlanta Braves coming to Cincinnati.
That should be exciting.
The whole fucking timeline is Cincinnati Reds right now. Everybody's jacked.
Oh, yeah.
It's exciting.
Well, I mean, when you was at the bottom to the top in a flip of a hat, you know what I mean? It's like, holy shit.
Well, listen, I was at the Great American Ballpark last year when we lost 100 games. I was there. Me, Raj, and my wife, we sat in like 12 different seats that night because nobody was there. Nobody was there. You could go wherever the hell you wanted. This year, didn't start off very good, but I mean, the young pieces are there. Everybody wants to, and listen, if you're one of these people, and I get it, I've been posting sell the team, Bob, for over a year. Ownership sucks. It really does. They don't want to spend no money. But you got to give it time. Baseball is different. Baseball, it takes time to develop these guys. Now, obviously, Ellie's 1 in a million. The guy's only hit 2 home runs, but he's just a fucking game changer, man. I've never been excited to watch a baseball player run. Like today, he hit a little bloop single, and it turned it into a double.
Yeah, he's fast.
I've never been
He's
excited to see a
He brings
baseball
electric
player
to the park,
run.
though.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I
He
said
really does.
when you see the highlights, he has that Fernando Tatis Jr. He has that swag.
I mean, I don't follow baseball a lot, but it's on my timeline. You know what I mean? And like it shows it. It does really. So I mean, he's obviously putting in a name for himself, which you've been talking about him. I mean, you mentioned it before we even started this. You know what I mean? You was talking about it, and now he's came out to play, and
He's special.
you've been talking last year. You wanted him to call him up to play, and now
waiting.
he's up. You know, you've been waiting. You've been beating the drum,
and there's more.
yeah, and now it's his time. And we was talking about Votto a little bit, and I mean, he was been in a slump for a while, and now he's back. And I mean, he played well the first game, but now he's sliding again.
Everybody,
so.
like we was all, including myself, the 2 nights ago, Votto came back, hit a home run in his second
it's
at-bat.
exciting when one of your all-time greats for your team is doing well. I mean, in any sport. I mean, I've felt that before in football, and now, I mean, Vado's doing it, but it's like now is it time to really step away from a older guy? I mean, he's done his time. He's done.
Has to be his last year in Cincinnati. It has to. And everyone was excited, including myself. He came back, he hit a home run, had a good game. Last night he went 0 for 4. Today he went 0 for 2. Votto had the worst year of his career last year, and he was hitting 170 this year in AAA. I mean, the guy is not what he once was. He's older. But he's going to be in there. And they owe him that. I mean, he's going to be in there. Hopefully he, does okay. But, like, we all hate when they trade away people. But I got a list here. I went back and looked today because I knew in my mind how we got some of these guys, but I want to mention it. Spencer Steer. Everybody loves Spencer Steer right now. Killing it. Rookie of the Year candidate. Do you know when we traded away Tyler Mahle last year, I was heartbroken. Loved Mahle. He's stud. We got Spencer Steer for Mahle and Christian Encarnacion Strand for Mahle. Christian Encarnacion Strand is going to be called up any day now, and he's going to be start mashing fucking bombs for the Reds. So Spencer Steer and Christian Encarnacion Strand came over from Mahle. We all hated when they traded away Luis Castillo last year, starting pitcher. Ellie is their number one prospect in the minors, the Reds' number one prospects. The number 2 and 3 prospects for the Cincinnati Reds are Noelvi Marte and Edwin Arroyo. Both came over from the Mariners in the Castillo trade. Connor Phillips is in Double-A right now. He struck out 20 guys in his last 2 starts.
Ooh.
22 starts. He came over in the Winker and Eugenio Suarez trade.
Winker.
And Winker's been dog shit. And I loved Winker. That's my buddy Rogers' favorite player, Red. Loved Winker. And we traded away Sonny Gray. And Connor Phillips is he's our 10th rated prospect right now. Chase Petty came over in the Sonny Gray trade, and he is the number 7 prospect in the Reds organizations right now. So, yeah, we hate when they trade people away. But baseball sucks because it takes longer to develop these guys, and you got to give it time. Yeah, I wish we had Steinbrenners as our owners and go out and
Buy
everybody. But, dude, the talent in Cincinnati is young, and it's good. And I can't stand that if you're one of the people, every time they win a game, wait till they trade them all away. Just go fuck away. Yeah. They're not going to trade them away now. Enjoy it while they are here because they're going to be here for a while.
Yep.
When you got India, Steer, Ellie, and Matt McClain. Matt McClain might be my fucking favorite out of all of them. Matt McClain is tough. Those 4 guys ain't going anywhere anytime soon. They might have to move positions. I keep hearing Jonathan India might have to switch to left field because they're already trotting Steer out there. But they're going to be here for a while. Will Benson was god-awful at the beginning of the year, and he got shit sent down. And ever since he came back up, he's hitting over 300, just mashing the ball. Reds are young.
That's good.
They got talent
That's
everywhere.
good for an upcoming team, young team.
Andrew Abbott, our pitcher that pitched today, his first 3 starts didn't even allow a run. He gave up 3 solo home runs today, but that's the only fucking thing he gave up was 3 solo shots, and we came back and won today. Reds are hot. They're playing fucking good. It's an exciting time. There was 28,000 people in attendance last night for a Tuesday game.
Wow. If you're a big
28.
sports guy and a fan of Cincinnati, it's fun to be a Cincinnati fan right now.
It really is.
I mean, the Reds are good. The Bengals are hot. I mean,
it really is
fun. If you follow your cities like that, and that's your teams. I mean, it's fun to be a Cincinnati fan right now.
Cincinnati's hot right now.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the Bengals are hot too. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Fucking hate that. That's the worst part about
Boy, old Garth Rose likes that.
That's the worst part about being a Reds fan is because all these fucking sites that I'm on and I'm talking all this wonderful shit about the Reds.
And then the Bengals fans are there.
They're all fucking talking about the fucking you cannot forget Football Club Cincinnati, the soccer team. They're killing it. Ryan Ratchford and Jeremy Barker right on top of that. Ratchford, if he was on here, he would be saying that. They are. Cincinnati soccer team killer. They're killing it. I don't know much about soccer, but I do watch the World Cup. But I do know that Cincinnati's really good. But yeah, Reds are hot. Atlanta, though, our next two series is Atlanta and Baltimore. Atlanta's the second best team in the league, and Baltimore's in second place. I think they won like 45 games. So the next two series, and then we play the Padres.
True.
Padres they're not playing well, but they're so fucking loaded. They got players everywhere. So it's going to be the next three series is going to be big for Cincinnati. I'm excited though. It's exciting time to be a Reds fan. Talent everywhere, and like I said, Ellie. I remember when Barry Bonds. Was crushing home runs every night and every game. When Barry was coming, you're flipping the channel. You're flipping the channel to watch Barry Bonds at bat. I'm at the beach, and I'm pulling my box score up to the Reds, and I'm waiting to see Ellie, and I'm just so I can pull it up and watch his at bats because he's beginning to be must see TV, and it's just fun. I mean, he's so electric. It's so, and the Reds are crazy. Like they've the other day, I don't know what the number is now. Like 2 days ago, they had 33 steals this month, and it was 11 more steals than any team in baseball. 33 steals, and it was like the 18th of the month.
Wow.
They're ballsy, man. They're balls to the wall.
Right, we had 11 Saturday.
11? How many did Leroy have?
2.
That's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. He was 2 for 2.
This is my flag from opening day.
The week that you was gone, the weekend after you was gone, we had tournaments in Wellston, and he got game ball actually. So
like that.
we won the championship, and he got game ball.
I like that.
So
I like
it went in overtime. It went into 7 innings.
Go Leroy.
It did. Went into 7 innings. He came in at pitcher, didn't allow any runs, and then we came in and scored one to win it.
Go Leroy.
So that's exciting.
All right, that's enough for baseball. That's enough. I'm done with baseball. Moving on. NBA draft tomorrow night. You know, I had no idea that the draft was like tomorrow night until like 2 days ago. I had no clue. So we're not going to dive into a lot of the draft because, I mean, let's be honest. After like 4 or 5 people, I really don't follow the NBA draft too much because most of it's all foreign guys.
It's a shot in the dark.
And it's total shot in the dark in the NBA. And some guys you ain't going to see for fucking 5 years.
Yeah, and then they come out and ball.
And then they come out of nowhere, and it's just, you don't know. But obviously, the Spurs, number 1 pick. Wemby.
Yep.
Best prospect since LeBron. Did you see him throw out the first pitch of the Yankee game?
Did you see his hand?
Yeah.
Compared to that baseball?
What do you he threw out the first pitch at the Yankee game the other day. And it obviously was a terrible pitch.
But, I mean, how did you expect him to grab it? I mean, he couldn't grab the ball anyway.
You could barely see the ball.
You should have put a basketball in his hand.
Yeah, you could barely see the baseball in this
weird.
dude's hand.
It was like a golf ball.
Yeah, it
was
looked like me holding a golf
a normal guy holding a golf ball.
But
his fingers was so long. I mean, it was weird looking.
I don't think like people are acting like he's supposed to come in and be LeBron like his first year, and he's not going to average like 25 in his rookie year.
I don't think so.
He's 19. I think he's 19. But he's going to take some time. But I mean, I seen today they had his like limit, his comparison, his high and his low comparison. His high comparison was Kevin Durant.
That's high.
His low comparison was Anthony Davis. If you're telling me the worst this kid is going to be is Anthony Davis,
that's crazy.
That's pretty fucking good for a low.
Yeah, really good. I mean,
but I mean,
because even like Anthony Davis Young coming in, man, he was a freak.
Well, he's still a freak.
Yeah, but I mean he's just
hurt
a little
now,
more fragile.
Well, yeah, but
so he ain't doing those crazy blocks. He gets a lot, but like running up and down the court and stuff kind of things.
I thought that was kind of fucking crazy. Kevin Durant is your high, and Anthony Davis
is
kind
of crazy.
If I'm as good as Anthony Davis, I think I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I think I'm pretty good with that.
I mean, you're coming in saying this guy's going to be a top 15 player in the NBA.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be a top 15.
I don't think he's going to be his first year.
But, I mean, that's what they're saying.
Well, I don't know if they're saying that. I think they mean overall. I don't think he's going to come in and average 25 a game.
I don't think.
I don't know, though, to be honest, because the last time we did a show, We both said, I asked you, could you name one player on
Oh,
the San
yeah,
Antonio
yeah.
Spurs? And neither one of us could name a fucking player on the Spurs.
Yes, I mean, he might put up some points.
So the fucking shots are there. And I mean, Pop's,
He'll have the opportunity.
Pop's going to let him do what he wants because he's a freak.
Yeah.
He's an alien. He's a fucking alien. But obviously, he's going to be the number 1 pick. Number 2, Charlotte Hornets have the 2nd pick. What a surprise. It comes out today that the Hornets have it down to 2 players. No shit.
Yeah.
Scoot Henderson or Brandon Miller, the kid out of Alabama. I don't know. Any other year, Scoot Henderson is the number 1 pick in the draft. But I get it in a way because LaMelo is a star.
Yeah.
So Scoot Henderson, he plays the same position as Melo, but I just don't think that the Hornets are good enough to say, let's just draft Brandon Miller, who I love Brandon Miller too. He's a scorer. He can shoot.
He's a scorer. I actually watched a few of his games this year. He is a little baller.
But I don't know if you're not good enough to pass on fucking Scoot.
On a better player.
That's
what sucks.
To me,
And-
like I
and
said,
you
he's the
can't-
number 1 pick if an alien
And
wasn't
you
in the
can't,
draft.
you can't draft back because, I mean, then you're going to be screwed. You know what I mean?
Listen, I've read all week that the Pelicans don't be like guns. What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know.
Don't be like guns. You like them guns, Wilbur? I read all week that the Pelicans are enamored with Scoot Henderson. They want Scoot Henderson. They want him bad. Oh, we don't be like guns. Maybe he's talking about Brandon Miller because he had that gun. But they say that the Pelicans want Scoot, and I do not like Zion.
Yep.
I've said so many times, if I was the Pelicans, I would be done with Zion.
Yeah, I think I would do.
Too many fucking chances. But if I'm the Hornets, the potential is still there. If you tell me I can have Zion for that number 2 pick, can you imagine if Zion could be healthy? Can you imagine LaMelo and Zion?
No.
LaMelo be lobbing the fucking
lobbing it
Zion.
up.
Dude, that would be crazy.
The Ball family be back in business.
LaMelo and Zion, it's a big fucking
It's a
if,
big
because
if.
Zion ain't done
It's a
nothing.
stretch.
But when he fucking plays, he's good.
He is good.
But if I'm the Hornets, I'm going right at him and I'm saying, all right, we want Zion. If you want Scoot, come get him.
Yep.
But we want Zion.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I realize that. Yeah, the guns. But yeah, Jeffrey does have some nice guns out. Guns out. Guns out.
I don't know. It'd be hard to, because could you imagine if Zion pans out?
No.
Because then, like you said, then you just gave LaMelo potentially a top 5 player in the NBA.
But I really believe, like I said, if the alien wasn't in this draft,
Yeah.
Scoot Henderson's a
Be
talent,
known,
man.
yeah.
He would be the number 1 pick in the
And I
draft.
mean, if you're the Pelicans, you just restart.
Yeah, but I don't know if you really restart because Brandon Ingram's there.
You got
Brandon
some good
Ingram's
players.
really
You
good.
got
They
some
got
really
some
good
good
players. Yeah, you
players.
do.
The dude from Portland, why can't I think of his fucking name? CJ McCollum, he's there.
McCollum's good.
I mean, they got good players. So if you put Scoot with Ingram, but man, I love the idea of Zion and LaMelo together. If Zion could stay healthy.
But I think you get more than just Zion, right?
I don't know. I mean, it just depends. Like, you know how
I think you should get more than Scoot for him.
some people give players away for nothing. We're going to get to that in a minute.
I don't think you can.
Number 3 pick, Portland Trailblazers. Obviously, whoever doesn't go to Miller or Scoot is going 3. But Damian Lillard comes out, says he wants to stay in Portland, but he doesn't want to be in a youth movement.
Dumb.
But so they're saying if whoever they draft at 3, they have to pick them or Dame. And I don't understand this. Let's say Scoot Henderson goes 2 and the Blazers draft Miller at 3. Why is that like a rebuild process? You're putting a fucking kid that's a scorer right next to Dame. I don't understand why he's so, if you draft this youngster, I'm out.
Probably because it's an older guy thinking he's taking his job.
Yeah, and that has
You know what I
to be
mean?
it.
But it's like
has
we're
to be
getting
it.
you help.
But
You know what I
to
mean?
me,
This
it's-
kid could be help. You know what I mean? And we could still get somebody else too. But and maybe Dame thinking though, if we can get a couple people, because Dame probably thinks me and this kid ain't winning it.
I don't know why though, because I mean
I
they
mean,
have
yeah,
good
but
players.
yeah, but they're not going to knock out Nuggets or Golden State or Boston or you know what I mean. And Dame's only got a couple years left. I mean, he does.
I don't know about a couple.
He ain't going to play.
I don't know about
he
a
ain't playing
couple.
5 years.
I bet Dame. Well, how old is Dame? Google that. Dame ain't 30 fucking 2
Yeah,
yet.
but he's not LeBron.
Oh Jesus! Here we go. Here we go. He ain't LeBron.
But
He
everyone
can't.
don't play that old.
Dame Lillard is in no fucking way, shape, or form close to retiring.
32.
32. So he's got fucking 5 years left,
You're crazy.
at least.
He's not playing 5 more years.
Two other prospects. I just think it's a cool story. Is the Thompson boys, Amen Thompson and Asor Thompson, twins. I thought that was pretty cool. I know the NBA, we've had twins before, Lopez boys, Morris boys, but I don't think those guys were as highly touted as these kids. Like both of these guys are going to be lottery picks. There's a chance that both of them get taken in the top 5. I don't think so. I think the one boy, Amen Thompson, he's a point guard. They say he's probably a top 5 pick, but they say he can't shoot the ball worth a fuck. Isn't it crazy that you're going to be a top 5 pick in the NBA and they say you can't shoot?
But I mean, just like Shaq.
Yeah, but I mean, the Shaq was different. Shaq is an enormous fucking man that cannot be stopped. This
Yeah,
guy's a
but-
guard. He's a point guard, and he's going to be a top 5 pick in the draft and can't shoot. It's just crazy. But I guess Ben Simmons was the number. Ben Simmons was the number 1 pick in the draft. So never mind. Forget I said that.
You can't shoot either.
But a little more NBA news. Trade just happened a little bit ago. I don't know if you've seen this or not. The Boston Celtics acquired Kristaps Porzingis. They sent Malcolm Brogdon, point guard, to the Clippers. And one of the Morris boys and some draft picks went to the
I think that's a
Washington
steal.
Wizards. Fucking steal for
Because
Boston.
now it's like Kristaps
Fucking-
he don't have to be a 2 or he can just be a 7 or 8 guy now. You know what I mean? He don't have to. He become.
Kristaps is a bad motherfucker.
He used to be.
Well, see,
But
listen,
now, but that's what I'm saying. Now he don't have to do it all. Now it's, hey, get your body right, get in here, play with the boys, and let's play basketball.
he averaged 23 and a 7 last year. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty
That's
fucking
pretty
good.
good.
And now you put him on a team with Tatum.
But
and
he's
I
not
assume,
going to score that much.
I don't know. He might. He's
don't
going to be
think he
open.
will.
He's going to be fucking open.
I don't think
He's going to be
I
open.
mean, do you think he'll start?
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt about it.
Think he'll start?
Yeah, he'll start at 5. Him or Horford will be the 4 and the 5, wherever you want to put him. I know Horford's smaller, but Horford plays the center a lot. But yeah, him, Horford, Tatum, Brown, and Marcus Smart.
That's
I
a-
mean,
that's
you
a good
fucking-
team.
That's a damn good team.
That's a good team.
Boston, I assume Jaylen Brown will be back. I don't think he's going
I
to
say he'll be back.
But I thought that was a steal. And then the other big screw up for the Wizards, in my opinion, the other day, Bradley Beal gets sent to the Suns. Fucking snake,
Oh,
Kevin
Suns.
fucking Durant.
Oh, Suns, man, they just keep loading up.
Everywhere Kevin Durant. You know what? I give LeBron a lot of shit.
Fuck yes, you do.
I give LeBron a lot of shit. Kevin Durant is the one that should get the more shit than anybody.
And
'Cause
then
that
Kyrie.
dude, that dude cannot stand on his own 2 feet. Like he
can't.
went to Phoenix. They
He's
couldn't.
still in training wheels.
He went to fucking Phoenix. They couldn't get it done. So they're like, oh shit.
Highly disappointed.
Got to bring in somebody else because we can't get it done. So now they go and get Bradley Beal. And this just blew me a fucking way.
Yeah.
When I seen that he got traded, I seen that they were saying DeAndre Ayton might go there. Ayton's nothing special, but he's a solid
He's
big
a
man.
solid player. He is.
So when I seen Beal,
teams come across, you got to have that.
when I seen Bill was going there, I'm like, well, fuck. Well, they probably got Ayton. They got Chris Paul, 127-year-old
And I'm
Chris
sure
Paul.
they're just going to buy out his contract, right?
He will never step foot on the floor for the Wizards. He's going to buy him out, or they're going. They
And
said they're
he'll be
going to
a
trade.
Laker.
Him. He's going to be a Clipper. I heard.
I'm probably a Laker.
I think he's going to be a Clipper, but they said the Lakers are interested, but only for a minimum.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a Clipper. He'll be one of them 2 teams.
And he'll contribute.
But he's fine.
Yeah, and he'll
he's fine.
contribute.
But they traded one of the best players in the league for Chris Paul, who will never dribble a basketball for them, and Landry Shamet, and multiple second-round picks.
That's crazy.
I seen
I mean,
that.
what do you think Bradley Beal falls in? Top
Blue-
15?
I don't
20,
know.
15 to 20?
I would say 20-ish,
Yeah,
probably.
Probably.
But it blew me away that they literally got Bradley Beal
He's
for
sneaky good.
absolutely nothing. And back to Washington. Washington has now lost Kristaps Porzingis
Yeah.
and Bradley Beal and has got absolutely nothing in return. And my boy Kuzma, I love Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma opted out of his player contract, and he's now a free agent.
Wow.
So you're going to lose all three of them
starters.
guys and have nothing.
Wow.
And I looked, I'm like, obviously, I think this is the worst team in basketball.
Yeah.
They
I'd say
have no
close.
one.
They have nobody.
They have literally no one. So I looked, and I'm
They're
like,
probably loading up for Bronny.
how did I fucking knew you were going to say that?
I mean, why wouldn't you?
I looked.
I would.
I looked a little bit ago. I looked at
if I was
this.
Golden State, I'd sell for him.
I said, I'm going to look and see what kind of prospects is coming in next year for the draft to see who Washington would be trying to get. There's nobody big. There's the top guys for the draft next year are all foreign guys. And the boy that's playing with Bronny, the point guard Isaiah Collier,
Yeah.
he's going to be up there. DeJuan Wagner's son, DJ Wagner.
Bronny would pull an Eli. He wouldn't play there.
He wouldn't play there.
There's no way they'd go to Washington.
LeBron wouldn't do
No
that.
way.
He's like, we are not going to
We are
Washington.
not going to Washington.
We're not
No
going
way.
to Washington.
They're going to Orlando or something. There's no way they're going to Washington to play. That would be crazy.
So a little bit more NBA. Let's just stick on the NBA because it's NBA time.
It
It's
is.
draft
It
time.
is.
I love the NBA offseason because there's so much trades. There's so much movement. Did you see Draymond
I did.
opted
Opted
out
out.
of a $27 million
I
contract?
seen that.
That blew me away.
That blew me away.
I just don't feel.
I feel like he would kept it together. You know what I mean? Because he's aging, and he's a good role there. You know what I mean? He don't put up a lot of points, but he's a good nitty gritty kind of guy. You know
Is
what I mean?
Draymond going to get more than $27 million somewhere? I mean, obviously, I feel like he knows something, or he wouldn't have opted out.
Yeah, but it's like, will he get that for a contender? You know what I mean? Because why would you leave Golden State to make more money to go play for a team that's not a contender?
I don't know. I've said this for a while though that I think Draymond would be perfect in Dallas.
I know you've beat that drum for a little bit.
And I don't like Draymond. I just feel like he's a really good
I
defensive
think Cuban
player.
would pay him.
I think Cuban would pay him.
I think Cuban would pay him.
He would be a good type of enforcer for Luka.
But
I think he'd be a great fit
I
in
think maybe also they might have had a meeting with him and tell him, hey, we're keeping what's old boy's name they got in a fight with?
Dallas. Jordan Poole.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and that could be it too. You know what I mean? You know, there's still someone got mad there. You know what I mean? Something happened, and not only Poole, but maybe Clay or Steph or somebody else got mad. You know what I mean? And kind of got a little heat on Draymond now.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I know they don't have money, but Draymond loves LeBron.
He does, and LeBron likes him. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
always do stuff
Like
together.
he always hypes up LeBron. He loves LeBron, and you can tell that. So I don't think that they would be able to do it, but I could see Draymond playing with LeBron.
Because they got to pay some players too.
Yeah, they
You know what
don't
I mean?
have no money.
And their organization said that they're going to keep their core.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think they're going to probably try to keep Reeves. You know what I mean? Maybe Hachimura. You know what I mean? I think there's going to be a few. I think Russell will probably walk, but I think there'll be some players.
Yeah,
that,
Russell will.
Yeah, but I think there'll be some players that they try to keep. I mean, Davis and LeBron's going to stay around. I think that they're going to, and Paul's going to. They're going to be flirting around. Paul's name's going to come up, and so will Draymond's now because they are buddies. They are friends, and LeBron's tried to get a few other players as well every year to come always team up with him.
Well,
so
obviously, that's what he does best.
He does.
He's the fucking, other than Durant, he's the king of the fucking dream team.
and I mean, Lucas should be doing it. I mean, he should. He needs to get help if he wants to win, or he should go play with somebody.
should.
And he needs to tell Cuban, hey, this is
One more year.
yeah. Hey,
One more year.
And,
Luka,
and,
I think
Kyrie might
next year-
work. You just got to
maybe.
you got to maybe get somebody else too. You know what I mean? And then play it a little bit.
If next year Mavericks don't work, I think Luka says I want out.
Yeah, I know he should. He definitely should.
I think he does.
Definitely should.
Because we'll see what they do. Because they're probably going to lose Christian Wood, and Christian Wood was really good for them.
Yeah.
I don't know about Kyrie. I don't know.
No, I say he'll leave.
I think he'll leave too.
Unless they pay him. Unless Luca leaves and Cuban's like, well, I got to keep somebody. I'll just pay him.
Clippers, Paul George said they're looking to trade him.
Paul George is a solid player as well.
Paul George is solid, but it's time. Him and Kawhi, they're a nice duo. but both of them played 20 games a fucking year.
Yeah, they're not a good fit together.
They're always hurt, and I would move on from him too. That's a spot that I was thinking, because Dame says he doesn't want the young guys. I thought that could be a good spot. The Clippers, maybe the Clippers try to move up to 3 and get one of them young guys to put next to Kawhi.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe I could see Paul George and Dame together. I think that would be solid.
I think that'd be solid.
One of my favorite. What do you think Russell Westbrook? Not one of my favorites. I'll get to that in a minute. Russell Westbrook. Where do you think he'll go?
I mean, he could go to a bunch of different teams as well. You know what I mean? He finished his season pretty well.
He did.
You know what I mean? It's all about the fit for some of these players.
But I read that the Clippers want to keep him for the minimum of $3 million.
No, he ain't gonna do that.
Russ ain't gonna play for fucking $3 million. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Not when he could go and be a contributor and probably put up 20 points a game, 25 points a game. He's going to shoot 36 times.
I ain't no doubt about that.
But I think if he goes to a team that don't have nobody, I think he could put up some points. I mean,
the Bulls, Levine and DeMar DeRozan, they've been teasing trading one or both of them for a long time. I think this is definitely the offseason that happens. I've seen the Knicks rumored for both of those guys. I could see that happening.
Knicks ain't far away.
Knicks are not far away.
But don't go getting rid of everybody.
Jalen Brunson is a dog.
He's a dog.
He's a fucking dog.
He is.
Man.
He is a dog.
He's so good. It pains me to know that Dallas had him, and he was so fucking good in the playoffs. And when Luka was out, and they just let him walk, and it was an absolute mistake because Jalen Brunson is a fucking dog. One of my favorite players in this free agent class. He's now a free agent. Fred VanVleet. I love Freddie VanVleet.
Yep. He's just been on the team and just never got no love.
He's good, man. He's good. I got 2 teams I want to see Fred I can't even say his fucking name. Fred VanVleet go to. My 2 teams. Number 1, San Antonio Spurs.
Pretty good.
I am now invested, even though I'm not a fan or anything like that.
You're just curious.
I'm curious to see Victor Wembanyama.
What's
and
happening?
they don't have nothing around him. So you can have the guy come in, but if he don't have no players with him,
really what's going to happen?
He ain't going to do shit. He might score 25 a game, but they ain't going to do
you really
nothing.
don't want him going to try to put up 30 to 40 a game because you don't want him to get hurt. You know what I mean? This isn't your year to win. It's not. You know what I mean? And you're going to have to get help. But you can't have this kid out there putting up 35 to 45 points a game and potentially hurting a lower body injury because big guys, that's what happens. You know what I mean? And if he injures a foot or an ankle or something like that, I mean, then the Spurs are going to be hurting for years.
Did you hear his report? Here's a quote when, I don't remember who it was, but one of the ESPN women asked him about bulking up. He said, why would I bulk up? Tell them they better skinny up.
Jeez.
He said he ain't bulking up. He's staying the size that he is.
And I mean, he'll get a little bigger because he'll probably eat right. He'll, you know, what I mean, he'll get on the right nutritions and vitamins and legal supplements.
But I love VanVleet to San Antonio. Also, really wouldn't mind Kyle Kuzma going to San Antonio. Kuzma is good. People shit on Kuzma because, like Russ,
he's got a personality.
Like, his little fashion, he's a little
got
different.
A personality.
He's a little different. But he's a good fucking basketball player. Kuzma's good, and I would like to see Kuzma in San Antonio and VanVleet, and I'd also like to see Kuzma in Sacramento. Sacramento was really, really good, and if you could replace like older Harrison Barnes with Kuzma, I think the Kings.
He's been around for a minute.
Yeah, I know. Harrison Barnes been around for a fucking long time, but Kuzma over Harrison, that would be a big upgrade for him. I think so. And I think that's. Oh, and my other fit for VanVleet, if he wouldn't go there, if Harden leaves the Sixers,
and he says he is.
The Sixers, I think, would be a real good spot for Freddie VanVleet. But I also the Dame trade. Do you think Dame gets traded?
I don't think so.
I don't either.
I don't think so because they don't want to.
I don't think he wants to, and I don't think they want to. But if they could, I keep seeing that they could send him to Philly for Maxey. Maxey's good.
Maxey's good.
Maxey's really good young player, and you could justify that. If you could get Scoot Henderson at 3, and then then you could trade for Maxey.
I think you'd
solid.
be pretty good.
That's solid.
You'd be pretty good.
But I don't think Dame leaves. And then Trae Young, they keep floating around Trae. You think Trey gets traded?
I think. I mean, I
don't
think I
Trey-
would.
I don't think Trey.
I mean,
goes
unless
anywhere.
you're building, if you're not going to put nothing there, you're just wasting years.
I don't think.
I mean, because you can get a little bit out of him.
I don't. Oh, well, you can get a good haul out of him, but I just don't see it happening. They saying that the other guard,
That's Ice Trey.
DeJounte Murray, might get traded out of them too. I mean, Trey's good. He's no Luka, but I mean, he's
But
good.
where do you think would be a good fit for him?
Trey?
Yeah.
God, I mean, honestly,
I mean, because you'd have to give up
really?
somebody, though. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You'd kind of have to be a plug and play. I mean, could you look at him going to like 76ers?
I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? For Harden?
Yeah, but everyone's saying Harden's going. A lot of people say Harden will go to the Lakers. I just don't see that. I don't see the money working
No,
out there.
I don't.
Everyone's saying Harden wants to go back to Houston.
I've seen that.
But I just don't know if that's going to work out because they have so much young
They
players.
do,
I
they
feel like
do.
you're going to have to move some of that young talent.
And why would you? Why would
I
you?
don't.
I mean, Harden never got you over the hump then. How are you going to do it now?
I wouldn't touch all that youth that Houston has. I wouldn't touch.
I think
it
I
for
would just
Harden.
keep building it. You know what I mean?
Just keep building
Yep.
it. I
And
wouldn't touch it.
eventually, if you need a player somewhere else, you know what I mean, then plug somebody else in. But
Lillard, I just don't see it happening.
I don't know, it sucks. Sucks for him.
I don't want him to leave.
I do.
You
I
do?
Just because I want him to
See,
win one.
I understand
I mean,
that.
if they're
but
gonna
I
build
just-
around him,
I
maybe,
like
but-
the guys that my whole career I was here.
Yeah, but
you
if-
do want him to win though.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even though if you're like, oh, well, yeah, he's there, but he's going to have to pull talent to there. So you're shaming the people he pulls there, but you're happy that he's there. You know what I mean? Because he's going to have to pull a superstar to win. I mean, to be realistic and win a championship, he's going to have to get another superstar.
I wouldn't mind the Paul George if Paul George could stay healthy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing
I think they play really well
Lillard and
together.
Paul George. I think that would be cool.
I think they play really well together. But I still think you're going to need more.
Well, they've got some other talent. They got some young guys there, but I don't know. I don't see him getting traded.
I mean, because them two guys ain't going to lock down Joker.
No, well, who is?
That's what I'm saying.
Who fucking
You're gonna
is?
you're gonna that's your
Who
goal.
is?
That's what you're gonna have to try to build to. I mean,
Who's going to stop? the
Maybe
fucking-
Victor.
Who's going to stop? And we wasn't here. We didn't get to do an episode since the Nuggets won
Yeah.
the championship, and I love Jokic. I fucking love him. That dude, after the game, he went around and hugged every
He did.
member of the fucking Heat. That dude had zero interest whatsoever in
100%
celebrating.
class, man.
Classy, and he just wanted to fucking go
I
home.
wanted to go home.
He just wanted to go home. Didn't want to
But-
stay
but
for
let
the
me tell you,
parade.
after you got partying,
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't want to go home.
He didn't want to go home then. Once he got that fucking champagne
I
flowing,
guarantee you.
he didn't
all
want to
them,
go
all
home.
them
then.
beads hanging around. Guarantee it looked like the old cruise block in Jackson back in the day. Guaranteed.
But yeah, the Joker is just—he's a class act, but he's fun. He's fun to watch. He's special. They might be back next year.
Oh,
They're going to lose some people,
they're
but
gonna-
not
they'll be
nothing
there.
big.
They'll be there.
Nothing big.
They'll
I want
be
to see
there.
the Bucks get somebody else. I like
If
Middleton,
not- but if not,
and I like Holiday.
Yeah,
But
Giannis
I'd like
got to
to
go.
I'd like to see somebody else.
If
go,
not,
go
Giannis,
there.
Giannis is just like Luca. If they don't, I mean, if they're not, which he's got one,
Embiid. Embiid's seen Joker get one. He's seen fucking Giannis get one. He needs to get one,
Yeah, yeah,
but I don't know.
yeah. Embiid's gonna, but I think Embiid's I think the third best player out of them three.
The guy that wins the MVP, and he's the third best one. And I'm not arguing with it. I don't know. Like as good as Joker is. If you tell me take one out of the three, I'm taking Giannis.
Yeah,
I'm taking Giannis. Oh, Heisenberg in here trying to talk soccer. Oh God.
Soccer.
Oh God. Kickball. Heisenberg gets mad if you talk about soccer, so I ain't going to talk too much about it. All right, enough of basketball. On to the king. And Heisenberg hates when we call the NFL the king too. Hates it. Hates the NFL. Hates it.
Does he call soccer football?
Yes.
Really?
He also has season tickets to the Atlanta Dream or whatever I think that's a women's basketball team, but their soccer team, whatever it is.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. He's a good guy though. I like him. NFL. We're going to
Teacher
beat this to death until these guys are signed. Actually, you know what? Before we get into that, I had two things NFL wise.
Nice.
Another idiot millionaire,
Another idiot.
Tyreek Hill, being investigated by the Miami-Dade Police Enforcement. I guess him and his buddies were getting on a boat. They wasn't supposed to get on the boat yet, and a worker, he's a huge football fan. He says, "Don't listen to him." You
Yeah, football.
Football. He's a huge football fan.
I'm a huge football.
But
Football.
so him and his friends wasn't supposed to get on the boat yet. Security guard or employee, whoever, told him no, and he decided he wanted to punch the guy. So Tyreek, another entitled millionaire, he decides he wants to punch somebody, and now he's being investigated. So anything? You think he gets in trouble?
I mean, he'll get something, but probably nothing.
You think?
Probably nothing crazy. I mean,
Because I've been waiting for over a year for Alvin Kamara to get something, and he ain't got shit either.
I know.
Nothing.
but it's like they kind of tuck it away.
It's crazy.
Did I see something too? Like a New England Patriots guy brought a couple guns.
Couple guns.
Yeah, and I seen the thing maybe, and you see a bunch, but like he could face like 30 years in prison.
Isn't that crazy?
And like I was watching a reporter saying that this guy probably will never play football again. Which I don't like. Like I said, I don't know how real that is or whatever because you have a million different reporters. But I seen,
yeah.
you know, I did see something like this guy potentially could never play football again because of that.
He'll get out of it though.
Maybe.
You
I
remember
mean,
when Kyle Busch
but
got
like Henry Ruggs.
Remember when? He killed somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. You know what I mean? But I don't know the laws where he was
Yeah.
at. You know what I mean? That's
Remember when Kyle Busch this year got like in trouble for
Yeah,
guns in
yeah.
like Mexico or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah.
And he was sentenced to prison,
Never-
and he raced every week. He
Yeah.
never missed a
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
week. So
Yeah.
it's going to be one of them things. I'm sure if he does get anything, he might get a game or something like that. But another idiot millionaire just thinking he can go around punching people. And last I heard earlier, they said that the guy wasn't even going to press charges.
which I mean, fighting's just a fine.
He's probably a Dolphins fan.
Could be. I mean, get tickets or something.
I mean, he's in Miami.
Yeah.
He probably said, "I just got punched by Tyreek Hill."
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah,
man.
man. Fuck yeah.
It's like a pussy. It runs like a cheetah.
Yeah, Henry Ruggs, he broke 13 felony laws and killed someone.
He did, but I mean, some laws ain't like that. Like
Yeah,
some
that's
states,
true.
you know what I mean? Some states, it's not a huge fine like that. A huge.
Well,
like
I
a
mean, let's be
felony.
honest. We just talked about the NBA draft. If you don't know, which we didn't realize after he said it, Wilbur, when he's talking about guns, he was talking about the Brandon Miller situation. Brandon Miller brought a guy's gun to him,
Yep.
and then that guy used that gun to shoot and kill
Yep.
somebody.
Yep.
So a lot of people think Brandon Miller
Should
be in jail or
something. Yeah, I mean,
and he wasn't. He played in the NCAA tournament. Now he's going to be the number 2 or 3 pick tomorrow night in the NBA draft.
yeah.
It just depends. If you're rich, most of the time you get out of shit like that. Most of the time. Like I said, Ruggs killed somebody. It was awful. He didn't get out of that. Stephon Diggs, another thing that I seen.
Uh-oh.
He's sitting out. He hasn't showed up.
Yep.
Him and the Bills have a little tiff. I seen that the Broncos want to bring Diggs in if the Bills are done and ready to move away. I mean, who wouldn't, really? Diggs
Yeah.
is a dog.
I mean, 30 teams are calling.
But they said that the Broncos would be willing to give them Cortland Sutton, good wide receiver, and like a draft pick for Diggs. You think Diggs plays for Buffalo? You think they move him?
I think he'll play at Buffalo, but I think if he moves him, he only goes in one team, and that's a team that's going to go all in. That's Dallas Cowboys.
See, I don't know about it because
I do. I think old Jerry Jones, and I hope not. But God forbid.
Yeah,
I hope not. But I really think Jerry Jones would say, "Here,
But I look at it this way, man.
cash me in."
I look at it this way when it comes to that. DeAndre Hopkins, now D-Hop isn't Stephon Diggs anymore.
No.
But DeAndre Hopkins said that he wanted to be a Cowboy. And Jerry didn't do jack shit. Went out and traded for Brandon Cooks. If you tell me I can have... Now, I like... You don't like Brandon Cooks. I do. I like Cooks. He's fast. He spreads the field. He's a burner. He's a deep threat. CeeDee Lamb is a lot of the underneath guys,
He's a
same
route
as
runner.
Hopkins.
He's a route runner.
But if you tell me I can have Hopkins or Cook, I'm taking Hopkins.
Easily.
So, but he wanted to be a Cowboy, and Jerry didn't go get him. So I don't know.
But Diggs has got a brother on there too.
And I get that.
You know what I mean? And I think that's going to play a lot. And plus, I mean, he's arguably the top 5 wide receiver in the league.
Oh, ain't no doubt about it.
You know what I mean?
There's no doubt about it. Stephon Diggs top 5.
So it's like, and Hopkins, he's not. I mean, he used to be, but he's not a top 5.
They signed Cooks before D-Hop got released, but D-Hop said before
Yeah,
that he wanted
yeah.
to be a Cowboy. He said he would take a pay cut
And
to be a
realistically,
Cowboy.
if they wanted him, they'd sign him. And one of them wouldn't make it, or one of their other rookies or young guys wouldn't make it. I mean, if the Cowboys really wanted Hopkins, they'd have Hopkins. I mean, I just don't think Jerry or maybe, I mean, obviously he's lost a step or something.
I don't know.
I mean,
It don't make no sense to
I
me.
don't think so. My heart tells me no, and maybe that's just because I'm hanging on to an older guy.
The
but
last fucking time we did a show, I said that but Jerry don't give a fuck about money. He shouldn't give a fuck about money. But the last time we did
he
a
pays
show,
fucking
I
defensive
said,
linemen crazy money every year.
last time we did a show, I said that the stats, the projected stats, he missed 6 games last year because of the suspension.
Yep.
But D-Hop was on pace. If you put his numbers, if he would have played all season, he would have caught 121 fucking balls. Tell me how much of a fucking step he lost.
I understand that, but it's like people are trying him out.
It don't make and I earlier today they were saying that D-Hop is in no hurry. He said that they said he's looking at the offers that he's got. He's visited Tennessee and he's visited the Patriots.
Yeah.
They said
But
camps don't
realistically, he's
start for
probably
a
like,
month. Camps don't start. Yeah, but he loves Belichick.
Yeah, but you're not going to win there.
Yeah, but he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I get you.
The moment he said I would love to go back to the Houston Texans. You know, D-Hop don't give a fuck about anything but the dollar. That's what D-Hop wants is the dollar. But I don't know. I don't know where he's going to go. Like I said, slam dunk. I thought it was going to be Kansas City or Buffalo. But then when he said that, I'd love to be a Texan again. He just wants the biggest.
But
price
if you're
tag.
Buffalo, you get rid of Stephon. Then do you try to move him in?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't think he's. I mean,
But if you get rid of Stephon, if you could get I think Cortland Sutton. Obviously, Sutton is not Stephon
No.
Diggs, but Cortland Sutton is a damn good wide receiver.
he is. He is.
That would be a nice trade, and it'd be huge for Denver.
It'd be huge for Denver.
I would love to see Diggs and Judy with Russ, baby.
But then I think Bills are going to need a little more.
Oh yeah, Bills would have to get somebody else.
But I mean, they'll get a pick too.
Yeah. So did you see Dalvin? Dalvin on the Adam Schefter podcast said that, can you imagine if me and D-Hop
Yeah.
ended up on the same team? Any chance you think that? Because listen, I think when people say shit like that, I think these guys all talk.
They've talked, or they're friends or something. I mean, you don't just say that for no reason. I mean, obviously, they like each other. They've talked. They've went to the same places and tried out. You know what I mean? Do I think Dalvin to New England? No, I don't think he goes there. Do I think Dalvin to Kansas City? No, probably not.
I think it would make sense.
To Kansas City, Dalvin?
Yeah.
I just don't see it.
Pacheco. I love Pacheco. I've said so many times
Yeah.
I love Pacheco. If you told me I could have Dalvin Cook with a little splash of Pacheco, sign me up all fucking day long for that.
I don't know. I just don't know if they would pay him. I don't know what.
Well, I don't think that's the problem with Dalvin.
Yeah.
Dalvin said he wants money,
Yeah, and I just the Chiefs,
and I don't think
Chiefs
he's
ain't
going to get
pay.
money. They don't have money.
No.
They said the Chiefs and the Bills have like the least
Yeah.
two amount in the whole league.
I'm not sure though. I mean, I don't know. It'd be. I think together would be tough.
That's a good question. Heisenberg just said Dalvin to Cincy made sense to me, Barker, if they would have cut Mixon. But everything that I'm hearing, they're not going to cut Mixon,
Yeah.
and they're saying that Mixon's the
Or,
guy.
I mean, they should. I can't believe they didn't trade
To
Mixon.
me, I would have cut Mixon and signed Dalvin in a heartbeat because I'd rather have Dalvin. Heisenberg had a good question. If you took all the free agents currently out there and put them on an expansion team, how many games would they win?
They win.
The only problem with that is who the fucking quarterback would be. Carson
Wentz,
Wentz?
probably.
Carson Wentz? Is that the starting
Probably.
quarterback? Do you bring Matt Ryan in?
You could.
Who's the quarterback on that team? That's
Probably
interesting.
Carson
though.
Wentz. Probably Carson Wentz.
That's interesting. I like that free agency. My running backs of Dalvin Cook and
Running
either
backs are
Kareem
loaded.
Hunt or Leonard Fournette, D Hop and Kenny Galladay.
It'd be loaded.
What happened to fucking Kenny Galladay?
I don't know.
Do you remember how good Colin Kaepernick? Do you remember how good Kenny Galladay was a few years ago for the Lions?
I got a Kenny Galladay
Parker, I
helmet.
killed this bug flying around the studio.
I got a Kenny Galladay helmet.
Kenny Galladay was a fucking superstar, man, and he fell off the face of the fucking earth. It's crazy what happened to
How does that
Golladay.
happen?
Johnny Manziel. I like that one.
Johnny, I like that.
Zeke. Yeah, I didn't want to sign 4 running backs, so I just picked 2.
I mean-
but yeah, you could have 4 running backs.
I would use Zeke as a center.
I would
Did
probably.
you see how he blocks?
Yeah,
Great blocker.
elite.
Elite.
Elite
Pass blocker.
Pass blocker. I mean,
Elite.
but I was thinking about the D Hop and Dalvin situation. I thought the Broncos maybe, but they don't need a receiver, so that kind of made me iffy on that. The Jets, they don't need a receiver,
No,
but I would love.
they're deep.
They're
Receiver.
deep at receiver.
Deep.
I just don't know Dallas, but I don't see that happening either.
Not running back.
Like
I
I
don't
see,
them
I would.
getting
I
Dalvin.
think Dow. Like I love Tony Pollard, but I don't know if he's going to be. I really think that Dallas eventually is going to bring back Zeke.
Probably.
I really do. I think
I
Dallas
think Zeke's going to go
brings
on a
Zeke
homer
back.
discount, and there'll be a 1-year deal probably.
I think Zeke goes back because they got to sign another running back.
They drafted that Deuce Vaughn or whatever that.
Yeah, but Deuce Vaughn, he's a
scat back.
gadget.
Yeah, he
he's
is.
a
He
gadget
is.
player, return man. He might make.
But I'm
some
sure they
cute
got another one.
plays.
You know, I mean, I'm sure they got another guy on their roster.
But if you could tell me, I could have. See, I think Dalvin to the Jets makes sense. Brees Hall coming off the injury.
Yeah.
You're Super Bowl or bust kind of with the Jets. If you could get Dalvin on a decent deal for 1 year, and then you could sprinkle in Brees until he gets healthy and have both of those guys, I think that'd be nice.
And plus, it'd be a good learning with for Brees.
I think Denver is a good spot for Dalvin. I don't know
Denver's-
about both of them because Denver, I mean, Javonte Williams, I love Javonte Williams, stud, but he had a bad knee injury, so I don't know if he's going to be ready. Some reports say he's going to be ready, and some reports say he might miss the whole fucking season. They signed Samaje Perine in Cincinnati, who played really well when Mixon was out. But if you tell me I can have Dalvin Cook or Samaje Perine, who you picking? Dalvin Cook.
Probably Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook. There ain't no fucking doubt about it.
Probably Dalvin Cook.
4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, like 52 fucking touchdowns. It's crazy that the guy's even released.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's just running backs. Old running backs don't stay around.
Yeah, he's old running backs. Motherfucker, 27.
Yeah.
Old
That's
running
an
backs.
old running back.
Fucking ridiculous.
And it is after their 4-year deal. I mean, they just
It's ridiculous
you get
to
a
me
one,
that
you
Dalvin
get,
Cook
you get
don't have a
one
team.
more contract, and that's it. I mean,
It's insane.
And by the other 4 more years, that's 8 years in the league as a running back. I
It's
mean,
insane.
it's a lot of pounding.
It's insane.
That's a
that
lot of-
Dalvin Cook doesn't have.
That's a lot of
fucking team.
pounding. I like the sound of that.
4,000-yard fucking seasons and over 50 touchdowns, and he don't have a fucking.
He's took a pounding,
I know a lot of people take poundings, but they're here
and
all the time.
they don't recover well.
Depends on who you're talking to.
Depends
What
what-
she said. Okay, let's go down right now. 4 running backs that are left. Where are they going?
Oh,
Dalvin Cook.
I mean, it's hard to say where they're going.
Why? Give me one.
I mean,
Throw it out, man. It ain't like we're important.
No,
Nobody's going to remember.
I think a good fit for them would maybe be Baltimore. I think maybe putting him in there with another running back.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're kind of the same, but I mean, I think it'd be a good fit for him.
Yeah, but they like Gus.
They do.
Baltimore
They-
loves
they-
Gus.
they do. They've had
Dobbins
one
and
forever.
Gus.
Forever. But I mean, I just think it'd be a pretty good fit for him. I mean, I think Browns are going to need another fit, but with Chubb, I mean, you're going to have to put somebody there too. I think as well.
I think Fournette, other than Dalvin, out of Zeke, Fournette, and Hunt, I think Fournette's the best. I don't know. I love Hunt. I love Kareem Hunt.
It's just we ain't seen
Fournette's
nothing.
a 3-down back. Fournette can catch the ball.
Yep, he is
Really
He is.
fucking well.
We just haven't seen enough out of Cream in the last few years to see what he is anymore. I mean, and some of these guys are a shell of themselves, and that's just the way it is. I mean, their legs get beat up. I mean,
I don't know if any of these guys are a shell, really, other than Zeke. I mean, Fournette played well.
Fournette's played
Kareem
well.
Hunt played well, but
Yeah,
he
but-
don't get no fucking
Yeah,
carries.
that's what I'm
'cause
saying.
Chubb.
He could be. He could potentially be.
And
But
I'll take
Kareem-
Dalvin Cook right now over 20 running backs in the league.
Kareem Hunt used to be a dog.
Well, yeah, oh yeah, he was. He also kicked people in the head.
Hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Ask Tyreek.
That's how he kid. They throw hands.
I'm going to go Dalvin Cook, Buffalo Bills.
On a cheap pay.
I'm going to go Zeke, signing back,
back to Dallas.
with the Dallas Cowboys.
I think he's going back to Dallas.
I'm going to go Kareem Hunt. I don't know. I'm going to go with Leonard Fournette with the Chargers.
You know where I think a good spot with Dalvin would be? Maybe the Lions. I mean, because they got rid of a lot of running backs.
Maybe, but
I mean, they got rid of Swift and that Williams.
yeah, but they got Montgomery and drafted
Yeah.
Gibbs.
But still, I mean,
I wouldn't be opposed to it. Fournette, I got to the Chargers. I think they need another running back. And then Kareem Hunt. Let's go Denver Broncos.
Denver would be a good fit for him.
Denver be a good fit. D-Hop, Patriots.
I've seen that's where he's been flirting around at practice.
Actually, you know what? Mike Greenberg this morning on ESPN, he was losing his shit because where Dalvin Jacksonville needs another running back. They just drafted Tank Bigsby out of Auburn, and I like him, but Jacksonville would be another. That wouldn't be bad. Kareem Hunt or Fournette there to take, because ETN is small. I love ETN,
and I like to see how he's going to pan out this year.
The Bucks need a running back. The Bucks need a running back.
lot.
The only thing they have is Rashad White, and I love Rashad White, but I don't think he can be a featured running back. That'd be a good fit for any of those guys. Fournette back to the Tampa Bay Bucks would be all right.
I think Fournette wants a win, though.
I think all these guys want to win, but Dalvin to
I don't think Zeke cares to win anymore.
no, Zeke just wants his payday. He got his big
He wants to
payday.
eat.
Now he just wants to fucking eat, literally, with his just get a contract. Dalvin to Tampa would be nice. Oh, Atlanta UTD goal. Atlanta, that sounds like a urinary tract infection. Atlanta urinary tract disease goal. I don't know about D-Hop, but he
said Tennessee.
He posted a video, and he was in New York today. So that's why Mike Greenberg, he's a Jets fan, and he was all excited because there was a lot of reports saying Dalvin to the Jets maybe. So, I don't know. Better than an STD? Hey, whatever. Raj knows all about that stuff. He tells us it ain't that bad.
Tennessee needs a lot, too. I mean, they need wide receiver help, running back help. I mean, they need a lot.
You got anything football-wise? Anything else?
I mean, not much. There ain't really much going on. I mean, nothing out of the...
Next week, I think we are officially close enough. Like, we're within like 80. We're in the 80s days till football season. So I think next week, a lot of people has been asking about fantasy shit. They're like, why don't you guys ever do any fantasy? I don't think Dalvin in Tennessee, just because King Henry is there, and I don't think Dalvin wants to split carries with King. And I don't think King Henry would want Dalvin there. He's like, I'm the dog here. Plus, they just...
I mean, do you see Dalvin being an every down back again?
Yeah, the guy just ran for 1,000 fucking plus yards last season and made the Pro Bowl. Yeah, there's no fall off yet from Dalvin Cook. Minnesota just wanted to save $9 million. There's no fucking fall off from Dalvin Cook yet. None. Minnesota just want to be cheap. And I'm going to tell you, depending on where he goes, because, I mean, if he goes and splits somebody totally,
Yeah.
I can't say that. But depending on where he goes, I will bet anybody, depending on where he goes, that he has more fucking yards and touchdowns than fucking Alexander Madison in Minnesota, who they ditched him for. I will bet that. So if you want a piece of that action, when Dalvin signs somewhere,
If he's on the
we'll
team
see.
that he's the number one running back.
If he's a number one runner, if he went to fucking Miami,
I think he should go to the Raiders.
well,
They're
no.
good at handing the ball
They
off.
hand the ball off elite.
I mean,
Jimmy Garoppolo.
56 times a game handoffs and 5 throws.
Jimmy Garoppolo is the best handoffer in the
He
league.
is. He is.
Elite.
That's what I mean. And
Which
Jacobs,
sophomore makes the biggest leap? God, I'd have to have my list. Gotta think. You gotta give me that for next week. I'll have you a whole list.
Jordan Davis,
Jordan Davis, Eagles defensive lineman.
big jump.
I think N'Kobe Dean makes a bigger leap
Oh,
than
he
Jordan
will.
Davis.
Well, he's going to get more of a chance. He'll get a leadership role as a linebacker.
Oh, but what I was saying, people keep asking about fantasy. Why don't you guys talk about fantasy? It's not really close enough for fantasy unless you're just all dynasty league. So next week, we're going to start doing some fantasy shit. We're going to start giving our rankings, wide receivers, running backs, quarterbacks, all that jazz. So next week,
Jazz.
we're going to start some fantasy talk. And here before too long, we're going to get the real
I think-
raw sports fantasy league started.
I think next week, if we're going to do fantasy for sure lockdown, maybe bring Barker on board.
Absolutely.
He's a fantasy dude.
He's a fantasy expert.
He's way better than I am.
He's way better than you. You don't like fantasy football. I tried to get him.
I just like to play football. I mean, just all the stats and stuff. It just
Well, you got to get over it.
I don't know.
You got to get over it because you're going to be in the fantasy league this year. You're going to be in the Real and Raw fantasy league. You're going to be in it.
I got it. That's fine.
So you might as well just get used to it.
I'm gonna pull Ryan Haith.
Ryan Haith, the only man I've ever known to auto pick every team he has ever had. You got anything else? Football?
All he does is win.
All he does is win. Let me tell you a quick story about him. I was in a fantasy league. It was the worst fantasy league I've ever been in my life. Like, it was terrible.
He's been in a lot, bro.
I've been in a lot of fantasy
For like the
leagues,
last
but
30 years.
Like this league, they're scoring, like their linebackers score more than like running backs and wide
Really?
receivers. Their defense scores ridiculous, and I hate it. I couldn't stand it. I'm sorry, but
Defense wins
if a
championships.
linebacker scores more points in fantasy than a running back, I have an issue with it.
That's weird.
And I quit after 1 year. And I had a loaded team. I built a loaded team because I'm not afraid to toot my own horn. I'm a fantasy god. I'm a fantasy god.
I don't know about God, but
God.
Ryan Haith won once.
God. Fantasy God. But so I built this amazing team, and Ryan took my team over. Never did a fucking thing for 3 years and won it like the next 2 or 3 years.
He's a legend. See, he is a legend.
So yeah, I handed him the keys to the Rolly.
Not only did he dye his beer red to be like you, he stole your fantasy team.
No, I gave it to him. He inherited it.
Yeah, but if
and
you
all
asked
he
him,
did,
you didn't give it to him.
all he did was submit a lineup and won the championship for 2 years in a row due to my team. But it's all right because I just like to me, I feel like I won that league.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely should get a part of it.
I should, but I didn't.
You should get something.
But I love what Heisenberg said. Treylon Burks, huge jump if he stays healthy. Love Treylon Burks. I'm gonna think about that today.
Depends who freaking throwing to him.
Biggest sophomore leap next episode. We're gonna do that with our fantasy.
Will Levis,
I love Will Levis.
mayonnaise in his coffee.
Not football news, but I thought I'd throw this in there. Bob Huggins, one of the greatest coaches of all time in college basketball, finally resigned from West Virginia. Got
been
busted
around for a while.
Got busted a couple weeks ago. He used a gay slur on radio.
That'll get you.
Obviously, well, that wasn't even the thing that got him. He got a little slap on the wrist with that, and then he got busted for a DUI in Pittsburgh, I think it was the other night. He had no idea where he was at. He told the police he was in Columbus, Ohio. Like, he was gone. He blew, like, I think they said 3 times the legal limit. So he ended up resigning
Holy moly.
as head coach of West Virginia. Huggy Bear, we love you. Just getting a little too old, getting a little out there. He's always been a wild one, though. But he was one of the greats. And, you just can't do certain shit, no matter how good you are and how old you get.
Just old school. You know what I mean? It is. And I mean, he's just an old school guy.
All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Everyone's been waiting. Food draft time.
We're running out of food draft options.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we
We're
are.
not running out of food draft
We are
options.
running out
You were
of
just
options.
picky.
Me?
You were picky.
That is pot calling a kettle black.
You were picky.
You're the one to talk.
I wanted to do ice cream today.
I don't eat much ice cream.
So we're going down the chip aisle here, and I never eat chips. It's all right. I still win all these. Who gets the first pick?
It don't matter. You can pick.
You want me to have the first pick?
You can have the first pick.
All right. We're going down the chip aisle here, boys and girls. This is the segment everyone asks about.
And I got a question. Are we like doing like a chip as a whole, like a Doritos, or like a Doritos kind? I want to be. I think we should do the kind.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because you just saying all Doritos. There's 50,000 Doritos. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Okay, I think we should do
That's
the kind.
fine. Because that's fine. That's fine.
And
We
some
can do
and
that.
some people, I mean, you can bring up some of the old ones or whatever and talk about them. You know what I mean? Because
That's fine. Because one of mine on my list, I don't like. We'll get to it, but I don't like this certain type of chip. But if this one brand,
yeah,
I actually
yeah,
really
and,
like it.
Yep, and there's some like a.
All right, since I
something
have
like
the
that.
#1 pick, it's easy. It's a slam dunk, baby.
Really?
Regular Doritos, just the nacho cheese.
But you like them? I mean.
Oh yeah, I
okay,
love them.
okay.
Like I very rarely eat chips, but when I do, like that's one of the ones I'll get. Doritos, the regular nacho cheese, #1. Boom.
That's a good pick. I like them in my tacos.
Yeah.
I don't know if you like tacos
yeah.
or not, but yeah.
Meat and cheese.
Yeah. I mean,
Meat and cheese. I love tacos.
I like meat and cheese, and I put a little bit of salsa in. That's about it. All right,
We went to a Mexican place when we was in when we was in Myrtle Beach. We went to Senor Frogs.
I've heard of that place.
Really fucking good. And like everyone's like, ordering this Mexican shit, and I got a burger. I'm like, I don't really do Mexican food.
yeah.
Give me a burger. But I'm dead serious. One of the best burgers I've ever had.
Really?
Delicious.
See, my mom and dad goes to the Mexican restaurant in Wilson a lot, and mom gets a bunch of different stuff. Dad just gets steak.
Yeah, I mean that's
He's
fine.
just getting steak. I mean,
I'm good
but
with it.
it's not a steak though, really. I mean, it is a T-bone steak, but it's not like seasoned, and I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a. It's a steak flopped on a grill, and that's it.
Gotcha.
But that's how Dad likes it.
That's all right. Me too.
He likes his meat plain.
I love my meat plain. You know what? I bought some Danos.
Ooh,
I took
Dano, dude.
your request
I'm
or
glad.
your
I'm glad.
whatever, and I bought some Danos, and I really like it.
Oh, yeah.
I actually bought some different. What's that stuff? One is it Kinder's?
Kinder's is a good
They
one.
have a bunch of seasoning.
Bunch.
And I've been buying some different ones
Bunch.
to try. They
Yep.
have a brown sugar.
Yep.
Fucking unreal. And they have a bourbon peach barbecue sauce. Fantastic.
I bet the ones would be good on the pork chops. I bet the bourbon would be good on the pork chops.
I haven't tried that. I tried it on chicken the other day.
Yeah, I bet
Real
it'd be
good.
good on chicken.
It was
It'd be
real
good
good.
on chicken. I love me some Danos. Danos definitely could be a sponsor because I eat the
Danos?
hell out of it.
Could be a
Eat
sponsor.
the hell out of it. They got a new like a Parmesan
Danos.
cheesy right
Get
now,
at me, Danos.
and it's good.
I like that. I like that. Danos, get at us.
I like the spicy though. Spicy's my favorite.
Well, I like spicy too. Got me spicy chicken sandwich, Bojangles. Bojangles,
He's talking about it.
get at me. All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna roll with two
That
of my.
portion of our show was brought to you by Dano's Seasoning.
I'm gonna go with two of the kind of old school. I grew up on eating them and I liked them. I'm gonna go with Funyuns.
Funyuns, I like Funyuns.
I love me some Funyuns, and I always used to eat them when I was younger at the old skating rink. Man, I love me some Funyuns, and I'm gonna go Munchos.
Munchos was also. One
I
of my
love me some Munchos. Real salty though. I mean, they're a salty chip. But my God, I love me some Munchos.
Okay. You know it's weird because I do not like onions at all,
I don't either.
but Funyuns is like it's
but
not
that's
the
not
same.
an onion. That's
it's not the fucking
I don't
same.
know, it's- just because it's shaped like an onion ring.
But it's like a Funyun. It's a fun onion.
It's
It's a fun.
there ain't no damn onion. I know it's fun, but they were good.
Fucking good. You know, Heisenberg can attest to this because he was there with us when we was eating at Senor Frogs. I ate my whole burger and it was delicious. And I got to my very last bite and there was a fucking onion on it. And I literally about threw up. And I'm like, well, so much for that fucking burger. I would not finish it because it had that onion juice on it.
That's the only thing I hate about some like places, fast food, because you get through it and it's like at the very end or the beginning, it's like, oh, there's a little piece of lettuce or something in there, and you could taste it. I mean,
It's
it
got
don't
that onion juice on it.
it don't
or the
bother me
lettuce
like a
juice.
lot, but if a couple
bothers me.
pieces, I'm not gonna like.
All right, with my next selection,
No.
this is the one that, no, I'm going to save that. Plain Lay's potato chips.
I had that on there.
Yellow bag, plain Lay's,
Yeah,
baby.
I had that on there.
That is my chip of choice.
I'm going to throw a curveball on this one. I'm not going to go like plain original stuff because, I mean, you could go any Doritos really unless you like throw a crazy one. But I'm going to go one that maybe some people ain't even heard of. But this chip, if I'm going this flavor, this is the one I'm going
I'm
after.
intrigued.
Grippo's Barbecue.
Got Grippo's barbecue
Dude,
on my list.
Let me tell you, them Grippo's barbecues hit different.
They're good.
But they're a little spicy.
good. They're good.
A guy that don't like the heat index that you do,
Yeah.
them things get a little heated.
With my next selection, let me stay with Grippo's. Grippo's pork rinds.
I've never had them.
They're see, the only place I can find them is
Never
when we
even
go
heard
to
of 'em.
Cincinnati.
Really?
Jungle Gyms.
Jungle Gyms.
Every time we go to Cincinnati, I stop at Jungle Gyms and I go in and I get me a fucking case of Grippo's pork rinds. They're so good, but my God, they burn my insides out. Love them. All right, go ahead.
I want to go with Flamin' Cheetos.
Flamin' Cheetos. I don't like flamin'. I can't. The spicy gets to me. All right, this is my one that I said I do not like this type of chip other than if it's one kind. Hers sour cream and onion.
Them hit different.
What up, Donnie?
Them hit different. Them-
Sour cream and onion, I hate them.
on any other chip.
Any other chip.
Any other chip.
But the hers, boom.
They get into those little like
Boom.
waves. They get into those little waves
Good.
of them. Oh man,
Good.
They're good.
Good.
They're good. The Hers salt and vinegar too, though, dude.
See, I don't like salt and vinegar.
They're potent. they're another one that, man, they'll knock your hair back a little bit.
Donnie Kelly said the one chip, the what something Paki one chip challenge. Let me tell you about the one chip challenge. I actually think it might have been Donnie. It wasn't Donnie that it did it, but I'm pretty sure Donnie. I don't know if it was Donnie or not. Some kid at work. He did this one. He did the one chip challenge. And he was walking by and he did this one chip challenge. And literally, I'm sitting in the breakfast conference room. And like minutes later, this kid comes running as fast as he fucking could down the hallway. And he went to the bathroom. And a minute later, this guy comes out and said, man, some dude is in the bathroom puking his guts out. I'm pretty sure it was Donnie that gave this kid the one chip challenge. And he threw his guts up minutes after. It was entertaining.
Oh, we've had a few people out at the Pay Lake had tried that one chip challenge. Bob's ate it a little bit. Leroy's had a piece of it. I mean, it's no joke. It's a little heat.
I think I want to try it.
I'll buy it. If you try it, I'll buy
I think
it.
I want to try it.
Don't bark something you ain't gonna do, because
I think
I'll bring that
I
baby.
think I want to try it.
You
I
should.
think I might try
You
it.
should. You're gonna walk off this because it's gonna be hot.
I don't know, man.
Let me tell you a story about it though. Really, it's fucking stupid, to be honest.
Most of the stories
It is. It's dumb shit. But we had a couple people out there and they was doing that challenge or whatever, because I'm always in for me buying shit and people doing dumb stuff with it.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
that's just
Obvious.
the way I roll.
Absolutely.
And so Bob and him was trying it and stuff like that. And I mean, karma got me this time because I was the one like opening the chips and stuff for him, and Leroy and them had it, and it's all hot, and I'm not eating the hot shit. That's not. I'm
Yeah.
my stomach's already tore up because I eat hot stuff as it is. I'm not eating like dumb hot. You know what I mean? And dude, it was like 30, 40 minutes after Leroy was all miserable. He only had a little piece. And Bob ate the chip or whatever. Dude, I had that on my hand still, and I touched my eyes with it. Let me tell you, this fucking lit me up. I was like this walking to the water station,
At least
dude.
you didn't touch your dick.
Dude, maybe swelled up.
God, that would have been rough.
That'd have been rough.
Can you imagine? That would have been awful. That could have been bad. I don't know who's. I
Been
don't
bad
know.
for her.
I don't know whose pick it is.
Ah, fuck, it's your pig.
All right. I'm going regular. You went flaming hot. I'm going regular Cheetos.
They're just messy.
They are messy.
My
Every time
God.
you eat Cheetos, you wake up and your dick is orange. Every time.
You know who told me that every time? Rick Norman would tell me that like every day almost. He's like, I ate Cheetos this morning, my dick and orange like orange. And I'm like, Rick, I don't care. I love you to death, buddy.
Every time, man.
But it's like, my goodness.
Every time I eat Cheetos, pecker orange.
That was,
Every time.
That was the good old days with old Norman.
Every time. You know, I heard somebody the other day said they had a beer with him at the bar. They said he
Really?
was actually doing pretty decent.
Yeah, he messages me every now and then. At least once or twice a month, probably. He reaches out and tells me a little bit. Phew, we got some wild stories with that dude. Let me tell you. Old Gmails.
Yeah.
I want to throw a Dorito out here, Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch.
I
I knew that was coming, but I don't like it. I don't like ranch. So
I like the Cool Ranch ones. They're not bad.
regular Pringles.
I can't get on the Pringle game.
I don't very often, but every once in a while it's a little different.
It
It's
is.
a little different.
They got a bunch of flavors too. You know
They
what I
do,
mean?
but the only one I like is plain.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a couple obvious reasons why I like this chip, and I don't know if you're gonna know or not. But the Flamin' Sour Cream Cheddar.
No.
One, because it's spicy and it's cheddar and it's good.
Yeah.
Two, because it has LeBron James on the picture on the
Jeez.
on the chip bag.
I have one more.
All right, let's hear it.
Plain Fritos. That's something I don't eat a lot of, but I like a little Frito every once in a while.
I like them in my
A little
burritos.
Frito?
I mean, you're not like big into burritos and stuff.
No,
but,
I eat meat and cheese with taco seasoning.
yeah, but I mean, you put a damn Frito in there.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't know.
That's all I got.
I mean, that's about all I got. I mean, I don't eat a lot of chips either. Every now and then when I'm eating a sandwich or something, I like to like the grab and chip. But I'm a spicy. I like the spicy nacho Doritos as well. They're one of my favorite ones.
Another, plain is boring. My wife says plain is
Plain
boring.
is boring
Baby, you've been with me for almost 5 years. You should know all about boring
and plain.
and plain. All right. You got anything else before I get into the topic that nobody and some people want to hear?
I'm ready.
You know I'm wearing this shirt for a reason.
Oh yeah.
We haven't did a show in like almost 3 weeks. I think our last show was the 4th, something like that. So it's
Holy
been over 2
moly.
weeks. Yeah, it's been over. Well, we've been married for 5. We've been together for 8. If you wouldn't have broke up with me, well, we wouldn't really date. And if you wouldn't have ditched me for all them partiers, we would have been married for 8. Wrestling.
She fell in love with that horse.
She did. She did. Wrestling. There's been a lot, not a lot, but there's been some big moments in wrestling the last couple
It's
of
been
weeks.
pretty exciting. You know, I mean, I follow it a little bit. It's been pretty exciting.
And my wife is on here. She's watching right now. So she can vouch for this. But was it 2 Fridays ago or last Friday? It was last Friday, I think. Yeah. When Jey Uso finally kicked Roman Reigns in the face, I jumped up. I literally danced in a circle and screamed like a 10-year-old boy.
Well, I mean, he set it up too because he's like, "You're
Oh,
out." You
it
know
was.
what I mean,
It like literally, me and my wife are watching SmackDown, and we're buying it. We're in.
yep.
We're buying it. He's leaving Jimmy. They're
That's it.
breaking the fucking Usos up, and he says, "You're out," and we're both like, "No," and I'm out too.
Boom.
And boom, and I literally jumped up like a 10-year-old boy, danced. There it is. You did danced in a fucking circle and screaming, like literally. I felt like a fucking child
I
watching
seen
wrestling.
that Solo Sikoa posted on Twitter or Instagram, one of them, like where they all marked out or whatever, and it was
So good.
yeah.
It's so good.
It
This
is.
story.
This storyline has
Bubba Ray, Bully Ray, if
Bully
you
Ray.
follow him now, he will forever be
he will
Bubba.
forever be a Dudley boy,
Bubba
Bubba.
to me. But he actually said on his podcast, one of the podcasts I listen to, Busted Open Radio, he said that to him, the Usos are the greatest tag team of all time. He said they've won a ton of championships just like him and Devon and the New Day, but the big difference is they are in a storyline every week that puts asses in the seats. And they have. This has been a story for 2 fucking years, and it just gets better
it's
week
not, it's
after
not that
week
it's just a
after
story.
week.
I mean, it's like it's the story. You know what I mean? It's like the number what everyone
It's
wants to
so
know.
Fucking good.
So I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I remember a lot of the Dudley Boys and the Hardys and Edge and Christian and all them. They've had, but that wasn't the number one. You know what I mean? That wasn't like the reason for the show. And the Usos are the part of the bloodline that is the reason why 80% of them people are there. You know what I mean? They're the reasons that the whole crowds are throwing the ones up every time something good or bad happens. You know what I mean? And the Usos are, I mean, arguably the best tag team in history.
when wrestling has stories and it's just you're just invested into it, it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
And this has been this may be the best story of all time of wrestling. Like
Watch what
literally
you say.
this literally
You
might
better
be
watch it.
the
You got
best
a lot of
story.
haters on there for that.
This might be the best story wrestling's ever did. Like The Undertaker and Kane and that shit, maybe. But this literally might be the best storyline they've ever done. I mean, it really might. I think Heisenberg left us, but he's a big wrestling fan. I wish he wouldn't have, because I would have loved to have heard what he had to say about that. But yeah, like I really think that this might have been the best story that they've ever done with wrestling. It's so good, and I'm so invested into it. Like now they're gonna Usos versus Roman and Solo at Money in the Bank. Are they really? Is this going to lead up? Is it going to be Jay versus Roman at SummerSlam? When them two fought before, it was big.
Yeah,
Like it was a good fucking match.
That's where Jimmy had to come in, right? Because you save him or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an I Quit match or whatever. I don't know. I mean, but I'm looking at it too at a standpoint now, like who wins Money in the Bank? I mean, is Solo going to be in it? Is he going to get his chance? And if he does, then is he going to be the next man off the list?
He's not in that Money in the Bank's when him and Roman are fighting the Usos.
I don't know.
We're going to do something next week for the Money in the Bank preview because to me, they added Logan Paul to the match,
and I think he'll win it.
and I really think he may, and I hate it.
Me too, but I think he would be one that he could come in whenever he wants. He has that, you know what I mean? And I don't know.
I mean, to me, other than Logan Paul, that's the number one choice I think to win it. But to me, there's two guys I think that can win it. Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Because they're getting ready to make Damian Priest a star.
Yep. I don't think Damian Priest won it though.
But I think he's one of the.
I think
he's one of the three.
But I think this right here will help him.
And the other guy.
Yeah.
Let me talk to you. L.A. Knight.
We was doing that.
The guy is
last night, dude.
Fucking star.
So we got a couple kids that watch wrestling and Bub and his friends or whatever, and we was in the hitting cages, the hitting barn in Wellston last night, and come on, L.A. Knight, you know what I mean? And these little kids was eating it up.
He's a star,
Let me talk to you is
man.
what they would say, you know what I
His
mean?
promo last week when he came out said this guy makes videos for 14-year-old girls and calls himself a megastar.
Speechless.
The
Speechless.
fucking crowd is
Speechless.
The crowd is just so into him, and it's just
Speechless.
driving me nuts. Why are
He
you
put
waiting?
a little Stone Cold and a little Rock together.
He's and the crazy thing is, people like that don't know, he's always been this good.
Yeah.
When he was Eli Drake, before he was L.A. Knight, he's always been great.
And I think it's going to be him or Logan Paul. I
think it's Logan Paul, him, or Damian.
But what I was saying about Solo, I just think that he's next. You know what I mean? I think
he's the next Eternal Roman.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, are they just doing it so Roman can ride out for a while? Or are they doing it so these guys can have a chance to win something now? You know what I mean? Or is Solo going to stay in and win a title? Because I think Solo could have a huge push too.
Oh, I think he could too.
You know what I mean?
But I think the right thing is to let Jay win the title.
I don't know.
I think Jay Uso beating Roman for the title. I think, my God, that pop would be insane.
I think it would.
It would be insane.
I think it would, but it's like, then what do you do with Jimmy?
Well, I don't think he keeps it for a long time.
I mean, it'd be a good one for you to just have him lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like they did with New Day.
I mean, you could do like a whole thing, like a bloodline thing, like the winner takes the bloodline or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
You could do something like that. I don't know. But I think it's leading up to fucking Jay and Roman at SummerSlam. I think so. I'm ready. I'm excited. Other thing about wrestling, I'm wearing this shirt for a reason. AEW had their brand new show Collision last week. It was the very first episode. CM Punk returned. Listen, whether or not you like Punk or hate Punk, CM Punk, every time he touches a microphone, it's fucking gold.
CM Punk's gonna put asses in the seat.
It's gold.
I mean, it is.
Every fucking time. And he hit it out of the park again. It was just, everything he said, it was gold. He took some shots at the Young Bucks. It was good. It was good. Now, he was a little rusty in the ring. Him and FTR fought Samoa Joe and Bullet Club Gold. He was a little rusty, but I mean, he wrestled in a long time. He was hurt. He was really hurt.
He's coming off an injury.
So he was a little rusty, but the mouth, it's golden every time he touches the microphone. And he puts asses in the seats. When Cult of Personality hits that song, the place erupts. One of the biggest fucking things I've ever seen live was in Charleston, West Virginia. Not even a fucking big arena. When CM Punk's music hit, the fucking place blew
I guarantee
up.
it.
Every time. But it was a cool show. It was good. Andrade came back. I love Andrade. Him and Buddy Matthews fought, and it was just as good as when they fucking was. Both those guys are great, and they're set up Andrade. It looks like they're setting up Andrade versus Malachi, and that was great when they wrestled in NXT. So hopefully we get that feud next.
They're both
Andrade.
good fighters.
Great.
They are
both
good
of them
wrestlers.
great. And Miro came back. It seems like that show is going to be for the wrestlers that not everybody gets along with.
Yeah.
It seems
Yeah,
like.
the assholes.
So I don't know, but I loved it. I thought it was a great show. Excited. I love the fact that there's wrestling on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
I mean, I know not all the time people want to watch wrestling on Saturday night, but I mean,
it's there.
if I'm not doing anything, and if I'm wrestling on a Saturday? Hell yes, especially football. If it's not football season, give me all the wrestling. So now you got wrestling every night of the week except Thursday
You know,
and Sunday.
it really don't matter. Some people are going to follow. I mean, them wrestling fans are. Some of them are. I mean, you see the same
crazy.
guys. You know what I mean? Like at the
yeah.
same ones. These guys are going to follow. I don't care what day it's on.
I love it. I'd watch wrestling every day of the week if I could.
And I mean, you got big stars. I mean, Miro and CM Punk. That's huge. I mean, if you're starting a new wrestling, and you got them 2 stars coming in, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You're gonna sell tickets. I mean, it's just the way it is. And I'm sure Punk is hard to get along with. I mean,
I'm sure he is.
I'm sure he is, but it doesn't matter. I bet
I'm
MJF
sure
is too.
Exactly. I'm sure there's a lot.
Yep.
I'm sure Seth Rollins isn't.
Probably.
I'm sure a lot of these guys
Probably.
aren't easy to get along
Yep.
with. They probably have in their mind, I'm a huge star.
Yep.
You are not a huge star.
Just like
you
Mox.
are not on my
Just
level.
like Mox. You know what I mean? I
Exactly.
mean, he was what an Intercontinental champion.
Yeah.
And then he goes there, and I mean, he bulked up like 60 pounds. He's on a juice.
My wife's sad because she hasn't seen Mox in a couple months.
That's sad.
That's sad because there's a show in August in Columbus. I just don't think I can make it.
Yeah.
And I haven't missed the AEW show around here in a
Because
long time.
he's usually there.
Yeah.
Because that's close to hometown.
It's right before, I don't remember. It's right after SummerSlam and right before a concert. And it's like, God, I already got to miss work for these days. So I don't know if I can do that. But you never know.
Could be a damn week.
All right, you got anything else? Oh, yeah, we'll have a lot of those. You got anything else?
Not really. I mean, unless anybody's got any questions or anything, or
I don't think we've got too many people on here. I'll say this one more time. Go Reds!
you like that, don't you?
I fucking love that shit.
That's exciting, though. I mean,
11
It's
in
exciting.
a row. It is exciting.
It's exciting.
I've been telling people all season long, don't worry about the fucking owner. And this was before they got hot. This was all season long. I've said this. Don't worry about the owner.
I think it's like 2 years.
Go to the fucking
Really?
ball game. The guys that are out there on the field, go cheer them on. If you're a Reds fan, go support the dudes that are on the team. You don't
Yeah.
think Jonathan India has been balling his ass off for 3 years? You don't think he deserves to fucking have people in the
Yeah.
seats cheering him on?
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's not expensive to go to a Reds game. You can get tickets for $12
For now.
for now.
For now.
Take advantage of those $12 tickets because
That's
they ain't
crazy.
going to last.
Can you? I mean, that is crazy to think $12 for a ticket.
$12. I wanted to go today, but I couldn't find anyone to go. The cheapest tickets were $12. I remember I wanted to go to a Steeler game last year. I looked, the cheapest ticket for a Steelers game was $160, and that was in the nosebleeds.
And I mean, realistically, it's not like the Steelers was a hot market anyway.
now
right
yeah, but they have one of the best fan bases. in
They
the
do.
world. But
They
all
do.
NFL tickets are like that. They're all ridiculous. Not all of them, but most of them.
Oh yeah.
And I
mean,
understand you only have a limited number
Yep.
of
Games.
of football and
Yeah.
baseball. You got
Hundreds.
81 home games. But yeah, $12 you can go to a Reds game.
That's
Go to the
crazy.
ballpark,
That's crazy.
support them. Don't worry about who's going to be there in 3 years from now. Go to the ballpark, support your team now, and now they're good anyway. So go to the ballpark anyway.
Watch some good baseball.
Watch some baseball.
Watch some good.
Matty-
It's way better to watch it there than what
Matt
it is.
McClain might be better than Ellie De La Cruz.
Wow.
I love him. I love him. Kid hustles. Of course, Ellie hustles too.
He's
I've
fast.
never, like I said earlier, I said earlier, I've never been excited to watch a baseball player run. And last night Ellie hit one, and it hit right in front of the center fielder, and I really thought it was going to get by him. If that would have got by, I was hoping it would have got by him because I wanted to see if he would test it. I thought he would have got an inside the park home run. I wanted that ball to get by.
How often does that happen?
Not very often. I thought though, I really did. I thought if that would have got by, I would have loved to have seen
I
because
mean,
I think he would.
without
he
an error.
flies
Without
like-
an error, that's
he
almost
flies.
impossible, right?
He fucking flies.
I mean,
He
these
hit a
guys are
ground
so
ball.
good.
He hit a fucking ground ball the other day down the first base line and beat the fucking first baseman to first. An infield fucking hit. The kid hustles, man. He is electric.
Yeah.
He says he's the fastest man alive. That's what he says. I don't know if he is, But he's
They better
unreal.
watch Poconak because there's some boys out there try it.
It's crazy though because he doesn't try to hit for power. Like last night, he hit his second home run, and he didn't even make contact with it, and it fucking went out. It's just when this kid puts it all together, he's only been in the league for fucking 15 games. They're 13-2 since he's been called up, man. He's only been in the league for fucking 2 weeks.
And how old is he?
You know, I don't
Roughly?
really know. I don't really know. I don't know.
23.
Probably 23. Probably, I mean, early 20s.
How long? How many years was he in the lower league? Any idea? A few?
No, I don't know. I really don't know.
Because I know 2 years you've been talking about him now.
Browns tickets went to $9. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. But now you don't get football tickets very cheap anymore. But yeah,
$9.
Reds tickets,
Holy moly.
$12 today. You could have went for $12. And there still wasn't a lot. I mean, there was actually a lot of people there today. For a Wednesday game, there was a good bit of people in the crowd. But like I said, last night, 28,000 people were at the ballpark last night. That was the most. I don't remember what it was. It was the most for a Tuesday game in like a really long time. That wasn't. Whoops.
Jamming.
Whoops.
Who was jamming there?
Telephone call. Morgan Wallen.
I liked it.
There. It
Kinda
was
got
the.
scared.
It was the most people for a Tuesday game other than an opener in like a really long time.
Wow. But I mean, that's what happens.
They're getting good.
Yeah, that's what happens whenever your team kind of
They're
flips
getting
over.
good. The Fairweather fans are coming out, but I don't even care. Like I said, I just want people in the ballpark. cheering
Yeah,
them
because
on.
that helps. I mean, that helps.
Damn right it does.
Get that 12th man.
I like that buzz. Or 10th if you're in baseball.
Whatever.
Whatever. You done?
I'm done.
All right, boys and girls. Till next time, we're out. End the broadcast. See you, boys.